doing my job. Hey, hey, everybody! Global Convention hangover? No way. We are excited. We're excited to be here. So I'm going to get right to it, and I'm going to share my screen and share a PowerPoint with you. And then we also have some amazing guests with us tonight that are going to be sharing some of their big takeaways from the weekend. So the first and most exciting thing we need to talk about is the incentive trip, probably the worst kept secret, was announced, and it is in Croatia. Okay, I'm not going to say where exactly in Croatia because I don't want to botch the name. I didn't know anything about Croatia. I think the only time I've ever heard the word Croatia was maybe in the Olympics, seeing like someone from Croatia performing. And then honestly, I think I thought it was in Russia. I didn't know exactly where it was. So now that I know where it is and I've seen the ocean, I've seen all of the unique architecture and the sandy beaches, I cannot wait to go there. This is legitimately a once in a lifetime trip. So we're going to quickly go over the qualifications, but I want to tell you the easiest way to find those is to go to your replicated website. And when you go to the top, it says products and then it says community. If you click on community, there is a drop down and right away you'll see a picture of the incentive trip. And if you click on that, you're going to see all the information that I'm going over with you tonight. So there are, first of all, I have to press escape so I can see my mouse really quick. It's not letting me. Okay, there are 4 ways to earn points. Okay, so you have to earn 250 points and you must be a paid as Pro 4 by the end of June of 2022. Okay, that is the roundabout, that's like the legitimate requirements that are needed. 250 points no matter what, paid as Pro 4 by the end of June of 2022. There are 4 ways to earn points. Selling product to a customer or distributor, right? These are things that we are doing on a monthly basis. Sell product to a customer or distributor in the following calendar month, following the enrollment of their order. So we don't want to see any red in the back office by their name. We want to make sure that we set them up on subscription for that following month. That's going to take education and just really making sure we're listening to what's going on and really teaching them the benefits of giving something that 3 to 4 month trial. And then the third way is increase sales by personally enrolled customers and distributors each month. So increasing the sales that you've done the month prior. I'll get into that in a second. And then of course, attending events. How cool is it that we get points for attending events? Okay, so Tara Wilson went over the fact that there are 4 types of people when it comes to incentive trips. And when it comes to when they're rolled out, people will have this kind of mindset that they get kind of plugged into. Sorry, I just need to move you guys over so I can see what I'm doing here and read the full screen. Okay, so the first type of person is, it's too hard. I'm not even going to try. How many of you have thought that already, right? Croatia, 250 points. It seems so far-fetched. How could you possibly do it? You're actually taking yourself out of the race before you're even getting started. I have been there and it does not serve you because there's no way that you can build your business in any way, shape, or form if you're telling yourself that it's too hard and this can't be possible for you. Number 2, I'll try. This is someone that'll say, I'll do some ITT, I'll talk to some people, I'll try to make some things happen, I'll try to do some things. Saying I'll try is basically like saying, I'll give it a little bit of an effort, but I honestly still don't believe it's going to happen for me. The third type of person is, I'll do my best. That is the most dangerous person, she said. This is someone that says, I'll do my best, but there's always a but. Something comes up and you're doing your best, but if something comes up that trumps it because you're lacking the belief that this can happen for you, that takes over and then you lose the belief very quickly. Maybe you go really hard for the first month and then you lose that momentum and you lose the belief that this can happen for you. The fourth person, and these are the people that will be in Croatia. These are the people that are going to listen to the Croatian music on a daily basis. They're going to make a vision board. They're going to get together with their upline. They're going to map it out. They're going to have a screensaver on their phone of Croatia. These are the people that say, I will do whatever it takes. They'll do any and everything they can to make this happen. They'll go to every event. They'll put it in their calendar, they'll mark it out, and they'll make sure that they will be there no matter what it takes, okay? So what we're gonna do tonight is a little game. I am going to, every time you hear me say the word Croatia, I want you to put in the chat, I want you to type it, I will be in Croatia. Not just Croatia, I want you to put, I will be in Croatia. Every time you hear me say Croatia, okay? So it starts now. So I'm going to go to the next slide to teach you how to get to Croatia. So this is one of the ways you can get to Croatia. Sell product to new customers or distributors. This is nothing new. We should know that this is something we do it with Performance Club, we do it with the pool. So you earn a point every time you sell product to someone that's 100 PV or more. If you sell a Premier Pack or 250 PV to a customer, 2 points. If you sell an Elite Pack or 850 PV, you get 5 points towards Croatia. Okay, so how can we do that? We have new stacks. Woo! So if you go to your website and you go to products, there's a category that says stacks. Look at all these sexy stacks we have now. So cool. And a lot of them are already at 100 PV to get you that 1 point. We've got the total health activation stack, the gut health, heart health, metabolism, immune health, peak energy, well-being, eye health, right? We have the I See Bright. I just took them because I had forgotten. And I'm loving this product. I'm so grateful for it. And Joanne Shearer Parkin will be talking to us all about I See Bright next Monday. So make sure that you tune into that because that will give us really good education that will equip us to really have the belief that we need. So those are perfect stacks to get you those points to get to Croatia. So how else do you go? Sell product to a new customer or distributor in the calendar month following their enrollment order. So if I enroll Michelle and she's getting the eye health pack, the stack, I'm going to make sure that no matter what, her following month, that she has at least Protandim Nerf 2 and the Nerf 1 or whatever's in that to continue that with her cellular health, that she's set up on that subscription plan before we end. Now, the great thing about that is the company's really going to be helping us here. You're going to want to make sure that you educate your customers to check the little box so that they get the email updates from LifeVantage, because starting October 25th, our company now, in the first 30 days that someone enrolls, they will receive 5 emails from the company. So after 7 days after they've enrolled, they will start getting introduced to other products. Now, with the holidays coming and everything too, this is a great way for them to be up to date on promotions. You don't want them to miss out on sales and promotions, so they need to click that box. In the months 2 and 4 that they're a part of LifeVantage as a customer, they will get 4 emails per month. So these emails are going to be there to help you with that customer retention and to help you get these additional points that will help you get the 250 to get you to Croatia. I'm saying it a lot. Okay, this is a big one. Increase the number of personally enrolled customers and distributors that place a product order each month. Here's how we do this, okay? You earn 1 point each month that you increase the total number of customers and distributors that place a product above your established base. So I'm going to quickly show you how you find this, okay? You're going to find your baseline by going to
Global Convention Hangover.
No. Okay, so you're going to go to your back office. This is how you're going to find your base, okay? Your baseline is going to come from your personal enrollments that you had in June, July, and August. See this little box down here by new members? You're going to click on that. You're going to click on new members. And then right here where it says period, you're going to filter back to those months. So if I go back to June, I click on June. And now to find my personal ones, the easiest way to do it is if I click on enroller name, this is going to alphabetize the enrollments. So then I can scroll down to mine, and this kind of freaked me out because I had a lot, but it's okay, it's average. So then you take June, and then I'll go to July. I'll click on enroller name, I'll find my name, I'll put that number down, and I'll do the same for August, okay? Then I will add up those 3, and once I've done that, I will then divide it by 3, and then you'll have your base. That's how you find your base for it, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So once you have your base, this is what happens. If you have, let's say your base is 3, okay? Your average from June, July, and August is 3 enrollments. And in October, you enroll 4. You have earned a point, okay? So now your highest reached enrollment number is 4. So now in November, if you grow over 4 and you get 5, you get 1 point for making sure that you were over your average of the 3. But now you're getting another 5 bonus points because you beat your prior month. And if you continue that trend by always beating your prior month, you're going to get the 1 point for beating your average and an additional 5 points. If you can keep that trend going, keeping your database full, your pipeline going, that could add up to 49 points that would help you towards the trip. Okay, hopefully that is clear. All right, the other way to get points is attend events. I think it's genius that they are giving us points for attending events. If you sign up for LifeVantage Academy, which is going to happen next month, it's already in your back office. You should be able to register for LifeVantage Academy. We would love for you to share in One Person Big Difference. When you have registered for your LVA, you will get a point. If you register for Elite Academy, which will be in February, we don't know the exact location yet, that is 2 points. When you register for Global Convention next year in Phoenix, that will be 3 points. So that being said, we are going to now, speaking of events, we want to hear from people that attended their first event this last weekend. I have to tell you, this event, it always gets better, but there was so much love in the room. And what I loved is one of my distributors said everything felt so aligned. And if you have been listening to Steve Fife, our CEO, alignment was one of his first priorities. He wanted to have corporate and the distributors in alignment. And it started with the corporate staff. And it's obvious that he's doing that. So we are going to start with Michelle Poe introducing a couple of her distributors that attended their first event. And we'll start with you, Michelle.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. So good to see your faces and so beautiful to hug so many of you and hugging those of you that I didn't see right now. Oh, so darn good. So we have got Shauna and Troy Loggy here from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It was their very first convention. There they are. Round of applause. They just hit Pro 2 this last month. They got their first distributor in. Lots of great customers. So exciting, you guys. And so I just want to bring them in. They have a history in the mortgage world. They're parents of 4. What did you say, Shauna, at dinner? You said your mission, mom mission, family mission. I forget the exact words, but it was just so beautiful. And just the way that they love on people and want to make a difference in lives is just beautiful. So welcome. If you can give us your takeaways, your hearts, your business tips, whatever you got for the next few minutes, that would be beautiful. Welcome.
Okay, I'll start. Okay, well, first of all, hi, everybody. First of all, I want to say that a lot of these faces are faces that I've just seen like through Zoom like this. And a lot of these faces are faces now I can put a personality to and just a warmth, just a vibe because I got to be in the same room as you. And so I'm just going to build on that. That's, Michelle mentioned that I'm a Pro 2 and it's my husband's it was our first global. So there was a lot of anticipation involved. I really didn't know what to expect. And so for me, I would have to say that what was really, really, really important for me was just to have the relationships when I was there. It was, for me, it really was truly about the people, the vibes that I felt in the room, from the people on the stage, from when we went out to dinner, between sessions, talking to people. And it really just warmed my heart. And like Tanya had mentioned about the alignment, I didn't go in like looking specifically like, will it feel in a line? But that is a perfect word with how I am leaving there. That all felt in alignment. And I already knew the products were wonderful. So that wasn't something that I was like going there to question or thinking I'm going to find out maybe they aren't so wonderful or they're better than I think they are. I never really questioned that. But like I said, I was anticipating what the vibes would be like with all the people around me. And it was beautiful. And I got to meet people from all over the country. I feel like I know people in different states now that I didn't know before. And so bringing that back home with me is really, really, really fulfilling moving forward. And I just want to add to that too, that, relationships are so important to me. And this is why another reason why I love that this is direct marketing, because if that product was on a shelf somewhere, and if I was just telling somebody about it, first of all, I probably wouldn't have that ongoing relationship with them to hear their health journey. And then we wouldn't have events like Global, where we get to go and share stories and then have those relationships on top of it. And then you build some third-party validations too. You leave there and you're like, oh, I remember talking to such and such, and they said this about their mother or this about themselves. And now I have that. And so, so that was probably my big takeaway, is coming home and having all those relationships that I didn't have before that I have now.
So good. Yes. Sorry, Troy, go ahead.
Well, top of the list, I got to give the most wonderful Tanya Sheldon a hug, who I haven't seen for 7 or 8 years. We worked together for a few years, so that was awesome. But that kind of just relates to what Shauna said about everyone else actually being there in person. In person, you actually get to get the feel, the real expression of them. And for me, being more in the concrete business world and not so much in the emotion world on my side, I loved listening to our leadership team, because coming into this, I wanted to know more about who are these people that are going to be taking us into the future. Excuse me. When I can see and watch their expressions and just see their passion and compassion on the stage and in person. And then when you tack on having 4 of the board of directors, just seeing where they feel and what direction they want to take this company to $1 billion, that's commitment. That means every one of those guys and gals are committing to making this go. And then we get to see Dr. Dixon, right? I mean, how do you get more passionate than that man that just wants to dive into the science and holding himself back so that we can all understand what he's talking about? But that just tells me that their conviction to the product validates everything that I was looking for in this company. So for me, I can put that behind me now and move forward with getting this to as many people as we can. So that all together, we don't ever anticipate not going to another one. We anticipate being at all of them, because it just so rejuvenates your thoughts and feelings. And then all these people on the screen you get to see and touch and talk to, and the relationships you developed, even the short ones that we were there across the country, it was amazing.
So good, so powerful. I could just feel you guys tonight, and just to see you guys there. And I loved how you said passion and compassion, just the whole deal of it. And that too, I can't stress that enough as well. I just remember our first event and just seeing that everything was real and people actually cared, because you can feel it and you can see it. If it's just something that's hype and we're just trying to do something, or if it's really grounded. And so thank you to Shauna and Troy for all of that. Loved being there together with you every single second.
That was great.
And just round of applause, everybody, for Shauna and Troy. Yes, thank you guys.
Hey, real quick, for the record, we can't get our chat without it being in the middle of the grid. And so every time you say Croatia, just know that we're saying we will be there, or we'll write it on our little note in front of us, because you're not going to see it on there.
Yes!
Noted.
Yes.
She said Croatia. Now I said Croatia. So fill the chat again. Okay, come on, stay with it. Not a drinking game. You're sober. You can do this. Okay. The next person I get the honor to introduce, but she was brought into this business by Marcy Gainier. She's right in the middle of my screen right now. Hi, Marcy. She brought in the beautiful Cindy Sherfick. And Cindy went to the Pro 10 tour and saw Skip and Jill Campbell speak. And she enrolled after that. She enrolled on September 16th, and this was her first event with us. She drove too, like she drove her minivan. She packed people in. She never, ever hesitated to let anyone in for a ride. Like she drove Crystal to the airport. Like her heart is so beautiful. So I just want you to know, Cindy has been married to Jake for 22 years, and he is a Boise police officer. She currently works at the National Interagency Fire Center on the weather stations, and they have 4 children. They have their oldest daughter, Audrey, who's 17. Their son, Jed, is 14. Freshman Lily, and 4-year-old that is way too much. She's a 4-year-old that has way too much energy. And little boy, Joshua, who is in heaven awaiting their arrival. So Cindy, I'm so proud of you for going. You were such a free spirit. Sometimes when people are new, we kind of handhold them. We didn't have to do that. Like you just freely, I know that you enjoy the entire weekend, but I just want you to share with everybody, what was your top takeaway and how did you feel experiencing Global Convention for the first time?
Okay, well, thank you for letting me share. Honestly, I think it was all you guys making me feel so welcome. It was so easy to just have fun. Okay, so I had to sit down and put notes because this is my thing that I do not do is public speak. Okay, I loved when we walked in Friday morning and the music and the lights were going and just people dancing around. That is my kind of place. It was not like this ho-hum conference, you're sitting and kind of waiting for it to get over. It was like you didn't want to miss. Like you had a time going to the bathroom because you didn't want to miss anything. So I loved the energy. But that wasn't my takeaway. The other thing was seeing the heart of the company. I literally cried more than in those 2 days that I just sat and listened. I couldn't believe listening to their stories, like from what they did for the families in Louisiana. Not only financially, but they did it with out of love and like sincere love and time. Like that is huge to me because I know what a sacrifice that is. And when I came home and I was telling my husband, I was crying then. I couldn't just tell him. Another takeaway I got was when Tanya was standing up, you were sharing at lunchtime and you said, if you're crying and you're speaking publicly, just clench your butt. That wasn't my biggest takeaway, but I remembered that. Okay, so my biggest takeaway, I was challenged personally. I was challenged to be more present as a wife and mother. That spoke volumes. I was challenged to be more bold, and I was challenged to conquer my fear of public speaking. Like many others, I absolutely despise speaking in front of people. Get the jitters, cannot put my thoughts together. I love turning. I kept hearing about the pose. Had never met you guys, but I got to meet Michelle, right? And every time I turned to look, she was always on the edge of her seat, just cheering the person on that was speaking. And I was just like, that is me inside, like, you're doing great, because I'm so nervous just listening to people speak, hoping that they're going to do good. So it amazes me when people can get up and be candid and keep an audience's attention. So, okay, with that, I assumed one day when I got older, I'd be able to conquer these skills. And I had to sit there and go, okay, where am I at right now? What am I doing to conquer these skills? As I watched and listened to these amazing speakers, and I heard multiple times that they have grown themselves, like they weren't that great of a speaker before, and each year they would get better. And I was challenged with the thought of like, what can I do with that? This is such a company that pours into you and builds you as a person. It wasn't about sell products, do this, do that. It was all about growing these people as an individual. And so to me, my takeaway was, sorry, I just assumed that one day I would be able to do this, and I didn't. I look at me now and I'm like, okay, I'm older and I haven't done this yet. So what am I doing? I would say that personal growth regarding boldness, aligning my thoughts, and working towards speaking clearly without the jitters is my biggest takeaway. And so that I am going to daily work on that. And so I got the text this morning say, you want to share in tonight's meeting? So here I am. I'm taking my first step. So that was just an incredible weekend. I'm so glad I went. So thank you.
Of course it worked that way, right? That's how God works. Oh, I'm so happy. That was amazing, Cindy. Like, never be afraid, because that was so heartfelt and so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. So well done. Okay, I'm going to go to Leslie and
Oh
Bill.
my
I know
gosh,
they
her
have
smile
somebody.
so beautiful.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, Michelle.
No, I was just
I'm going to go to
kind.
Leslie and Bill to introduce theirs, and then I'm going to go to Marisa will be next, and then Amy Dippold with her guest. So Leslie and Bill, take it away.
Hey guys. So we had the pleasure of taking Judy Jackson personally with us to convention. I met Judy through my former company, and Judy, I won't steal her thunder, but she works in the eye industry and has worked a hard, long day today. So Judy, take it away. I'll let you tell us what you thought.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes, okay, good. All right, so y'all, I live in Texas, in Bryan, Texas, so I flew up to Salt Lake City. It was a real adventure. I had a few travel adventures, but I made it, right? So Leslie and she's my sponsor, but we actually had never met in person. You know, we've done a lot of Zoom meetings and all this kind of stuff. So I really had met nobody on the team in person, and there's nobody that lives here locally. So I got so excited, like, so Thursday after I arrived, you know, I'm like, okay, today I get to meet everybody. So I'm kind of exploring the hotel a little bit, and I go and I punch the button on the elevator, and it opens, and there they all are. What a surprise. It was Leslie and Bill and Michelle and Marisa, and I'm like, oh my God. So it was just a surprise, you know, and that was so much fun. And then, so that was great, just getting to meet everybody. And now I just feel so much more connected to the team. And I see your face here now on Zoom for a lot of you, and I've met you. So you know, it just makes a huge difference, right? And then, so then the convention started the next morning, and it was a lot. It was, they were talking about corporate and their mission, and they had the board of directors on there. And so I really enjoyed learning more about the company and meeting all the executives, or at least seeing them and getting to know them a little bit better. And y'all, they would be out in the different rooms and in the events, just mingling with everybody and talking. They didn't go hide backstage or hide anywhere else, you know. They just mingled and were so willing and open to talk, and they were all really, really nice. And the board of directors were there. I didn't see them quite as much, but it was really neat to see who's on there. And again, hearing them say, this is going to be a billion-dollar company. I mean, that's amazing. I'm not sure. I think we're at around, what, 300 million or something like that. So there's going to be a huge growth, and we all want to ride that wave. This is truly an opportunity of a lifetime. And it really gave me that belief to not miss out, on this. And then the corporate teams, you know, that work so hard came on, and we got to see all the new changes that they're doing, the new website and the marketing colors and designs, and just so bright and beautiful. And the new product stacks that they've developed. I mean, that's amazing, y'all. And one of the things they were saying is help, don't sell. So, and I can't remember who posted it, but it was this sentence that you could kind of start a conversation with somebody. And what it was is, if you could get a little extra support for your health in one or two areas, what would make the most difference in your life? Okay, I thought that was so powerful, because then you get a feel and for where to go. And we have these stacks that are put together, and, you know, and then you can just kind of fit them with the stack and help them solve their most major issues. So I thought that was just so wonderful. And the way they're going toward the stacks and trying to help people with certain issues is just wonderful. So I enjoyed that. Then Friday afternoon, oh my gosh, y'all, they launched the eye vitamin. After that, I really don't even remember anything. I was just in total shock because I'm an optometrist. I'm in the eye health field, and I just, selfishly felt like they just custom made this product for me, so I was so excited. I just couldn't believe it. And then they have the eye health stack. Oh my gosh, that is just so wonderful because people are truly worried about their eyes, being on the computer all day long. Their eyes, I mean, I talk to people, all day, and their eyes are tired, they're dry, they're getting headaches, I mean, that eye health stack is really going to make a big difference for people. So after that, like I said, the whole rest of the convention was just a blur. Oh, anyway, and then the next day, Bethany Hamilton, she was so inspiring. The surfer that got bit by a shark and lost her arm. She was so inspiring. So if I ever feel sorry for myself, I'm just going to think about her because, I mean, she just is unstoppable, right? Wasn't that her word? And she's amazing. And a couple of, I really enjoyed seeing how big we are in Asia, you guys. I mean, I just didn't know that, but they had, because it's a global convention, right? So they had some of the leaders from China and Thailand. And then of course, we're launching in the Philippines next month, in Taiwan. And it's just, that's amazing. And they would come on speaking, their language, usually, and with us subtitles we could read. And I just thought it was really fun. And that really kind of gave me a different flavor for the company too, as far as the international scene. And then as far as just running our own business, like there was a few things, facing your fears, that was a big takeaway, and just keep doing it. The fears are irrational. Just don't let it stop you from taking your action. And then to be consistent, tell the story every day, never quit, and building relationships. I mean, that's what we need to do, is build relationships. And that was in the mission statement, and just a common theme throughout everything too, is building relationships with people and just trying to help people. So those are my main takeaways. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to go to the next one and just to see what it will be like. It definitely built my belief,
Thank you, Judy. We appreciate you sharing. And I can see everyone that shared so far in Croatia. Say it in the chat. Okay, Marisa, over to you.
Hi, everybody. Hello from Rocky Point, Mexico. I love that we can do our business from anywhere in the world. Finally made it home. Anyway, I want to go right to Dr. Danny Stetzel, who is in Phoenix, Arizona. I have such wonderful team members at convention and also virtually, and I wish everybody could share. But Dr. Danny, it is her first experience, and I just know that it made an impact on her. She is a spinal network chiropractor, and it is where she works more on energy healing and breath work, and really helps people align with their nervous systems. I hope you can hear me okay. It's pretty darn windy here today. And so she actually fell in love so much with LifeVantage and the people that she went off on her own in her practice, so that she could incorporate these products into her practice, because she knows how powerful they are. And so I'm just gonna turn it over to her. Take it away, Danny. Share some golden nuggets, revelations that happened for you, and a business tip, please.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Marisa. To be totally honest, when I was going into global, because the last 3 months have been insane, I'm going to preface with that. I left my steady salary job in June because I wasn't allowed to share this business and these products that I knew were changing people's lives and changing my patients' lives. And then the last 3 months have been really, really hard. So then instead of sharing anything, I was just stressed and not doing anything. So going into global, I was like driving to the airport, almost hoping that I would miss my plane. that's where I was at, just like in my energy, in my life. I just didn't want to do anything. So luckily I didn't miss my plane. I got to global. And then the first moment that we walked in and just felt the energy of the people in the room and how much community there was and how much love there was and how much conviction there was. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful I was there. So from the board of directors and how just on point all of them were and how much vision they had for this company. And they didn't have to be there. They don't have to be on this board. And they've been in so many successful places and are ready to bring this to this company as well. So that my conviction was so much higher. Hearing Rye Fry, that was really the piece that made a huge transformation for me of his story about the Mexican flag. And I can't even think of what the actual analogy was, but the eagle of truth and the serpent of lies in the cactus, the garden of your mind, and how you can just totally navigate through all of the crap that we tell ourselves. And that's where I was, right? I was stuck in the weeds, I was stuck in the mud, and I was stuck in my mind. And what I've seen since coming back from hearing Rye Fry, from hearing Bethany Hamilton and her ADAPT method, oh my gosh, I've shared so much more than I ever have before. And I'm so excited to really help people and serve people and welcome them into this amazing family we have. And the tips that I picked up, the ones that really stuck and I'm starting to even use right now, of tracking behaviors instead of the results, because we can get so caught up in that we want to see things right away, that instant gratification. And if we can track just the behaviors we're taking and the steps that we're taking, then we'll grow. And all of a sudden it's right there, the fruit we get to harvest. And being consistent with the actions that we're taking, knowing that we're going to have seasons of planting our crops, we're going to have seasons of nurturing our crops, and we'll have seasons of harvesting. And so long as we really stay the course, stay in our community and stay in our conviction, then we are going to have the most amazing time and be in Croatia. So it was absolutely amazing.
Good drop there, Danny. That was a great share. That was so, so good. Thank you for sharing. And I'm so glad you didn't miss your plane too. Oh, I know we've gone over time, you guys, but stay with us, okay? We are not done yet. So Amy, I'm turning it over to you, darling.
Oh my goodness, guys, I'm hearing all of your stories. I've heard my team's stories, and I like to call these defining moments. And I think that the theme of this global event was just so perfect. It's just the little things. And I have been reflecting on that all day long, on the little things that happened throughout this entire trip. And it just gives me chills and goosebumps. I sat down and I made a reel on Instagram with just the little things, the little things that I actually did capture with my camera that doesn't even explain the other little things that I didn't capture and how they will resonate in my heart forever. And I know every single one of you has a story. And if you feel like tonight you didn't get to share your story with everybody, please hop on One Person Big Difference. Do the hashtag Global 2021 so we can all search it and say my story, my defining moment, and share that with people, because like that's what we keep saying, right? Stories are what sell this. I mean, it's the truth. It's not facts, it's stories. Yeah, Global 2021. My battery's low. Your story, I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So guys, please, we want to hear your stories. I had to pick one person, and tonight I picked Marcy, and she had every excuse in the book not to be there. She signed up last Global, and she was so excited to come, and it got canceled. And you know, the biggest fear that we as distributors have is knowing what the event can do for somebody and that they're going to quit the business before they get there. And I prayed so hard that I could get Marcy to an event, because she took off, she hit Pro 3, and then her life got crazy, and she can share that. And I'm so thankful to God that she came. So thankful. Along with every other person on my team, you guys were gold. I just am so emotional by the gold that my team is. They are like the most amazing humans in the world. They are perfect for Life Vantage. So without further ado, Marcy, would you please share your defining moments?
Yes, hello everybody. Oh my goodness, I know I'm the end and everybody probably wants to get to family and anything else that's happening in your life, so I'll try to make this quick. But like Amy mentioned, I got into this business not really for the business side of things, but I have children with special needs, and I knew this was exactly what God was putting in front of me. So I call Amy my angel, because she really was. And today she continues to be my angel. And so anyway, I think for me, the biggest takeaway was just getting that passion and that energy back again. Like Amy mentioned, last year I hit Pro 3, and I was so excited about it, and I still was every single day since then. But I own and run an insurance agency. I have 3 children. I just have so many things going on in my life. I got burnt out, you guys, like burnt out on life in general. And so I wanted to get done with work as fast as I could at the end of the day and literally just sit on my butt. I wanted to spend time with my husband. I wanted to be with my kids. And but I had this pull. I had this feeling like, gosh, I'm so mad that I'm not as excited or sharing as much as I knew that I needed to be. And I think the biggest piece of that was I keep reminding myself, like, look at what this did for me and my family, and how dare I not get out there and share this with everyone. And so my biggest takeaway was just this community was so amazing. I shared my concerns and my stresses with Dorothy on our team. And you guys, she literally walked across to Starbucks praying for me to find my peace and to have the opportunity to really spend my time and focus my energy on this and find in the nooks and crannies as she prayed. And then our group, when we got together for our lunches, oh my goodness. So it's so funny because we do see everybody on here all the time, but to meet people in person is unbelievable. And I almost jumped over like a whole row of people to get to Michelle because I was so excited just to literally hug her and love her. And so there were so many people I felt that way about. However, our team, the people that traveled together just from our team was so much fun. I got to know everybody so much more on such a different level, but that big idea of family and support, the lives that we are changing is unbelievable. And so I came out of it again with that fire and energy and excitement, and have a lot of stuff going on. Even tonight from our team Upward Call, right before this one, Seth mentioned he reached out to some really, people that maybe you feel is unreachable. And literally during that call, I reached out to a neurologist at the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics who treated my children, that I have had in the back of my mind that I wanted to reach out to, because that MDA family is huge and they need this, they need it. And why do I feel like there are those untouchables out there? So again, I am just so filled with just joy and energy and excitement, and I've never felt more loved. I mean, my family, I love my family. They make me feel loved every day, but this was a different kind of love and support. And so I could not have asked for a better experience. And I have my global up on my registration. I will be paying for that. I will definitely be in Phoenix next year. And hopefully I can get to the event in February as well. So very excited, and I can't wait to see everybody in Croatia.
Marcy. Oh, great share. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Those were amazing takeaways. Don't leave. We're not done yet. I'm going to wrap this up really quickly here. So speaking of events, Marcy just told us you get points. Remember, you get points going to Croatia, and you want to register for LVA. It happens again in November. And then you want to register as soon as you can for Global Convention, which is in Phoenix next year, October 20th through the 22nd, Phoenix, Arizona. And again, there will be one in February as well, an Elite Academy that you'll get 2 points for registering. We just don't know the location quite yet. And then again, in your actions to get to Croatia, you will obviously then qualify for Performance Club, those 2 enrollments with at least 100 PV, and then on into that bonus pool, especially if we want to continue to get and beat our prior month enrollments. And just like Danny said too, or someone said, like that takes filling the funnel, right? We don't want to always go back to the same people. So we're going to have to find ways of what events are taking place in your area. How can you get out, not just through social media, but how can you show up and meet other people to keep filling that funnel? There's another club that's being put on by corporate. And in this club, it's a 1% club, okay? You got to really be working to get this done. Prioritize your time, do power hours when they're available. Make sure everybody knows what you're a part of. The 1% club is every month you will get one new team member. You will have one second month order from an enrollment, and you will have one event attendance. That will put you in the 1% club. There will be special recognition and all the things from corporate for that 1% club. So keep that in mind as well. And then as per always, tomorrow night, we have ways to get this in front of people, doing ITT, letting them see an opportunity presentation by the Smollicks, which are on fire. So they will probably be pretty busy, focused. Busy? Did I say busy? I meant business. Business focus tomorrow night on the LifeVantage Facebook page. Thursday night, we will have a presentation as well through a webinar. It'll be a webinar format that people can plug into through Zoom. That takes place every Thursday night. We'll get the information out to you as soon as possible when we know who's doing that. And you can watch the replays from Global Convention now. You should have received that email today with the instructions, very easy to watch. And the really cool thing is there are special breakout sessions as well. And I saw today there's one on the app. So really make that your personal development every day for your DMO to plug into the replay of Global Convention. You don't want to wish that you would have done it sooner. And to round it out, we're going to share with you a video by one of our board members, because this is so powerful. I believe his name's Michael I'll look it up. Thank you, Beindorf. I just want you to listen to this, okay?
Large consumer goods companies, and one thing they all have in common is they're constantly on the lookout and searching for another product to run through their established distribution system to grow their business. At LifeVantage, we don't have that problem. Guys, we have product. We have the product. The problem is that in 18 years since Pro Tandem was launched, there's still way too many people who are not aware of our product.
Amen.
Look, all we have to do is tell the story. Get up every day, tell the story, tell it again, and tell it again. There's no great mystery here. You know, we are in a world that is moving towards health and wellness and anti-aging. And obviously, after the last 18 or 20 months, I think people are looking for ways to control their own destiny.
Right.
You've got the opportunity between LifeVantage Pro Tandem and our network marketing model to provide them both of those things, the product and the business opportunity. So the only thing I want to say to you guys is do not miss what may be one of the greatest windows of opportunity of our lifetime. Right now, get committed, get engaged, and let's take this thing to 250, to 500, and to $1 billion.
Who is not fired up by watching that?
Chills all over my body.
Sticky notes in front of me, so I didn't miss anything on this Zoom, and I sure hope I didn't. But this was so good, like so fired up, $1 billion, and we're only a quarter of a way there, not even. So in the pursuit of getting to $1 billion, let's all get to Croatia. Let's put them into debt because so many of us want to go and make it happen, okay? Love you guys so much. Thank you for plugging in. Thank you to those that stood or stepped outside their comfort zone and shared tonight. It was all just so perfect, and it was perfect off a perfect weekend. So love you all. Have an amazing evening. Mwah. Bye.
Love you guys. Yes.
Thank you.